Hi everyone, I'm Hattie and this is my first ever Hattie's Adventures in Vintage Land vintage vlog. Okay, so we're going to do a Q&A, sort of a getting to know you sort of video for my first video. I asked my friends to send me some questions, friends and acquaintances off the Facebook group that I talk about a lot on my blog, the 1940s, 1950s Most Marvellous Meetups. I'm wearing my Marvellette badge today because I am proud to be a Marvellette. So I have a few questions in here. Any of the questions that I haven't answered, I will answer on my blog, I will answer on my Facebook page and on my Twitter and possibly my Instagram. So keep your eyes peeled. So question 1 is from Catherine. Hi Catherine. What are your tips for dressing in vintage style while still being yourself and having your own style? This is an interesting question because there is a massive, it's not necessarily an argument, but a debate about vintage reproduction clothing and original vintage clothes. So my advice is, even if it's not original vintage, it does not matter. Purism is something that I really do not like. If you've read my blog, you will have known the story about the man who told me off for not having 1940s crutches when I broke my foot. And it was the biggest waste of £20 of my life because 1940s crutches are not comfortable. So if you don't have the financial, if you don't have the money to buy original vintage clothing, it does not matter. Go and buy a lovely 50s style dress or 40s style dress and you wear it with pride. You be confident in what you wear, and if someone says anything to you, you fluff your petticoat and you walk away. That's my advice. Also, pearls, they don't have to be real. They can just be some pearls from Primark or from Claire's, and some red lipstick just really sets off the outfit. If you're not confident in yourself, then other people will pick up on that. And if people say stuff to you in the street, just brush it off because they just want a reaction. If you don't give them the reaction, they're just going to feel pretty stupid. So yes, that's my advice for dressing vintage while still remaining like you. Question number 2. If I can get them all out. How much money have you spent on vintage? This is from Jude. Okay, we're in May now, and I've spent £400 on clothes this year that I probably shouldn't have spent on clothes. My wardrobe is huge. It's got 100 dresses in, and I suppose if you valued that, it's probably worth quite a bit. Now that I'm starting to get into vintage more, I think I probably spend, because I've got some big events coming up, that's why I've spent so much. I probably do spend about £400 a year, but £400 in the first 6 months of the year now is quite... Oh, we're not in May, we're in June. Okay. Yeah, spending that amount of money because I'm going to a couple of big events this year, like Black Country Living Museum with my lovely friend Rachel. I have to get a new outfit. I'm one of those people who won't wear an outfit more than once to an event, just for the fear of someone who's been to events seeing me in an outfit that I've already worn. It's really silly of me because that means I just waste more money, but that's just me. Moving on. Question number 3. This is from Sarah. How do your peers react to your love of vintage? This is quite interesting. I think everyone kind of finds it a bit weird at first. So recently our groups were mixed up, so we kind of split off from the musical theatre students, and we were mixed with some of the dancers and some of the performance group. So we all worked to put on this show, and I think they all found it a bit weird when they first met me because I was just this girl who wore extravagant dresses and my hair up in crazy hairstyles. But I think everyone kind of grows to like it in the end. I've never had a bad reaction to what I wear. and I think everyone kind of grows to like it. There's people like Lottie here. She wears normal clothes, normal being modern clothes, every day, and she dresses vintage when she comes to an event because she likes doing that. And like, I'm just thinking, well, it's just a normal day for me, really. Yeah, so I think everyone kind of grows to like it in the end. I miss my Cherry Tree Lane cast so much, and I hope they miss me too, because I'm really not coping very well without you all. So moving on to question 4, it is a question from Joseph. Don't know what that accent was. Which era do you prefer in terms of clothing? Well, Joseph, I think, honestly, I think I prefer the 1940s clothing. I think because it was all very straight cut because of fabric rationing, it kind of gave off quite an elegant appearance. So even though in the war the ladies were doing the men's jobs, because obviously the men were away fighting, you could still look elegant while you were doing it, if that makes sense. I love my 50s clothes. I do often go out on a normal day with 2 or 3 petticoats on, just because it gives you that kind of look. But no, 40s all the way for me, I think. Question number 5. Oh, how do you stop your skirts flying up and inadvertently exposing your unmentionables? This is from Emily. To be honest, I wear so many petticoats under a 50s dress that you can't normally, like, if the wind does come and blow my skirt up, you don't really see anything because there's so many skirts underneath. But I learned the other day when we were at the Victoria and Albert Museum that the Queen, she puts, well, not personally, but she puts dress weights in the bottom of her skirt, in the hem. So I suppose you could probably do that with a magnet, and it kind of weighs it down, so then the wind can't really push it up when it's windy. I went to New York last year and I had a Marilyn Monroe moment, and it was a bit embarrassing, but it was fun. I just liked being Marilyn Monroe for that, like, 5 seconds as a train came under me. Okay, move on. This is from Alexandra. If you had a holy grail item of original vintage clothing, then what would it be? I think I'm going to say that the main thing I really want is a Lillian suit. Everybody wants a Lillian suit, but I just can't get my hands on one that'll fit me. I do also want a 1947 Dior dress, but again, that'll be another thing that I probably will never get my hands on. But if you see one, just give me a shout. See if I can find the money for it. Question number, I've lost count now. Is that 6? This will be number 7 maybe. This is from Kia, one of the admins of the Marvellous Meetups group. What is your dream and where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I see myself, hopefully, I did want to be in musicals, but I don't think that's going to happen now because of my foot. But I can see myself, hopefully, writing period dramas, sort of Peaky Blinders, Downton Abbey, Call the Midwife, Home Fires. Need to bring back Home Fires and Downton Abbey, so, I could possibly write that if ITV or the BBC want me to. And the final question is from Kate, who I used to go to school with. Who has inspired you the most? And it took me a while to think about this because I obviously do have my inspirations like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, but this is going to get me all very emotional. My biggest inspiration is Emma McLaughlin, the head admin of the Most Marvellous Meetups group. She created this fabulous group on Facebook and I joined about a year ago, and she's helped me through some really tough times, but she's helped me become confident in my own skin and helped me embrace my love for vintage. So Emma, if you're watching this, thank you so much for everything that you've done to help me and everyone else on that group, because we are all so grateful, and this woman deserves an MBE for what she's done because it's brilliant. So before I get very emotional. That's it. These are the only questions I can fit into this video. So if you check out my Twitter or my Facebook or my Instagram, I am happy to answer the other questions that you so kindly sent in to me. So I'll be back. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.